Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. Today I'm here on my community server. If you don't know, I host free community servers for people to join. If you want all the information, you can find those on my Discord, link below. And I've been working, of course, on my Lost Colony base together with my tribe, and we have so far done some pretty cool progress. So the theme for our base is light versus dark, very fitting for this map, of course. So one side of the bridge is going to be the light side theme, and the other side, of course, the dark gothic vampire vibes. And I have made this nice little pagoda here to park our flyers at and to contribute to the light side of our base. I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. It's of course using the Golden Dynasty custom cosmetics as well as the Chinese structure skin. And then, of course, we've also used a lot of the Gothic skin of the Lost Colony DLC on the other side of the build, and some castles, keeps, and forts to get some really cool effects here. So let's dive into the base. And as always, if you enjoy seeing these types of build videos and you want to continue to see more, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know future build suggestions down in the comments below. So here we are on the bridge where the base is separated into light and dark, as you can see. It's quite a cool base spot. If you want to know the exact spot, it is actually located right over here on the map. Pretty cool location. It was in my base location video, of course. We have an awesome waterfall flowing down in the big canyon down below, but we also have this beautiful valley with mountain peaks around us, with a little lake further up, more waterfalls flowing down to the valley as well. Just some pretty epic places. And yeah, this is the bridge. Let me go into wisp mode. That's actually very helpful. So I actually designed the bases of the bridge, and then my tribe mates started, you know, having some additions to it for both of the sides. So this is the dark side that Mr. Wildhams has been working on. And this is the light side where I built this pagoda, and then Mr. Chicken is working on the temple back there too. And yeah, as you can see, this is what the pagoda looks like. I think it looks quite cool. Quite happy with the way it is turning out. A lot of gold in there, of course. We got these dangling lanterns. That's with the Chinese structure skin, and it's on sacklights, and it's awesome because they move and they add so much dynamic vibes to the place. For the rest, it's pretty much all the Golden Dynasty skin, I think. I do still need to do some decorating, adding feeding troughs, stuff like that all around the place. But yeah, you can see we have the first flyers parked in here, and some bats hanging upside down, of course. So it is already being used. And other than that, I think it's a pretty cool pagoda build. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see a tutorial on this pagoda specifically, because that's the one I built. So I won't do anything for all the other builds here. But yeah, that is the pagoda. Let's hop out of the wisp and let's take a closer look. So yeah, we have this really cool gate leading over to the light side. We have some awesome lanterns right next to the roadside, and then we have the first Golden Dynasty gate here. We have the temple that Chicken is currently working on, looking awesome, of course. And then we have my pagoda, and I think this has turned out pretty nicely. You can see a lot of the golden elements to really drive home that light versus dark theme. Pretty nice size in the inside here, so we have some platforms to take off from. You can see a beautiful view over the awesome canyon valley down below, and you can see how high up we are, which is quite cool for sure. And then instead of making like stairs up to the different layers, I'm using the ASR televators, which means I can jump to get up to the next layer, which saves a lot of space. And again, awesome views from here, of course. We can see the lantern swinging, and this is also where we can hang our bats, park them safely, and still walk around and, you know, enjoy the views. We can appreciate the temple from here, the rest of the valley, and of course more of the amazing views that we have from here. And then there's another layer all the way at the top here where we can still Appreciate those views. Look out over the bridge. We have a pink waterfall there of element flowing down, and we have a great view of the dark side of the base from here as well, which is quite cool. And yeah, little details all the way around. But as I said, I'm very happy with the way that this pagoda turned out. The Golden Dynasty cosmetic honestly is definitely one of the best ones there is. It's so nice to work with. The wood textures are amazing. The variants you have in all the walls is absolutely perfect to build with. It is so much fun. So much new things get added over time as well. And yeah, it just looks amazing, I think. I'm really a fan of this style. And again, as I said many times before, I think these two styles specifically fit this map very well. And yeah, we decided to, why not do both at the same time for the base? So yeah, that is the pagoda that I've worked on, but that of course isn't the only part of the base. The temple isn't quite finished yet, so we're not going to go inside, but it is already starting to look quite cool. And I think we are going to have like some kind of courtyard right next to us, which is going to be open mostly in the middle so that we can have a nice breeding area, etc., because that would be quite helpful, of course. And then over on the dark side, that's where our main crafting hall is going to be. Currently we have like a little temporary one off to the side, but we have this really cool dark side base here. As you can see, the lanterns and everything. I really like this yin yang theme for the base. We've decided to go for the CKF structures, which of course are amazingly detailed, and painting of them of course a little bit darker, and blending in the Lost Colony skins in certain areas, and of course some more red stained glass windows. And you'll see that Wild has actually done a really cool job here. I think he's using some of the crystal custom cosmetics as well as Castlecraft to get some of these window effects ready, and you can see they look very, very cool. We have the Blood Forge here in the middle, as well as a cool trophy here. I think once we have managed to do the boss, we might add that one here, but for now this will have to do. But yeah, we have a little bit of a nice courtyard in here, which is quite cool. You can see all the different layers here for this build. Let's actually go into Wisp mode so we can take a closer look a little bit easier. I really like the layers in these buildings. Yeah, I don't know, there's something really nice and gothic-y about these. And then of course we have all of the big tall windows. We have gargoyles at the top here. And then we have the start of the main building, and actually above here on the top level, that's where the main crafting hall is going to be. We're not going to keep the temporary one all the time, but of course it is all very much still a work in progress, but definitely starting to come together quite nicely. So yeah, we have a lot of different side buildings. It is building into the cliff, so it looks a lot bigger than it is. As you can see, there's just cliffside basically right away, but it is still a functional base. I put it here. I don't know if we're going to keep it. Probably going to move it upstairs to the actual crafting room. But yeah, you can see some of these really cool misty effects using the crystal custom cosmetics, which has a lot of different options. Like that's like so much cool stuff in one mod. But yeah, you can see a lot of these things are still accessible. As I said, it is still very much a work in progress, but yeah, it's quite cool how he managed to build this whole facade up here, even though there's a whole cliff in front of it. There's a little bit more rooms in here, as you can see, so a little bit more space. We decided to maybe do the storage here, but then if we're going to build all the way at the top, we're probably better off moving it even further up. So this is not in use really. This is just temporary. Was just one of the ideas, but yeah, probably gonna have to move it all the way up, because as you can see, we could technically have some storage and crafting here, but it wouldn't be very practical. So instead, we're probably going to move that all the way to the top. But definitely some really cool vibes here, and already some really cool places to explore. But of course, still very much a work in progress. But we can make it all the way up to the top, and this is then where the new crafting hall will be once we get that, you know, build up. As you can see, we're still working on that at the moment, but it is coming along very nicely. And yeah, I really like the theme of this base. I think it's quite cool with the two different sides, and look at that, that just looks so cool, those buildings. combined there. We're very high up, but there's even higher mountains, which is quite crazy. The verticality on Lost Colony is definitely very, very epic. And yeah, as you can see, we have quite a nice start to the base. I can't wait to keep working on it. So I've done the pagoda so far myself. I'm probably gonna do a little addition here to the dark side of the build too. I'd like to have like a little room somewhere for myself, you know, that I can make look very evilly and vampire. As you can see, I'm definitely a vampire shark because I've got a cape. That's now a thing that you can do. So I want my evilly room and then secretly also hide my cute little pets in there. Yeah, that's totally what is going to happen. But anyway, I wanted to show you some progress on the tribe base because, yeah, I always like to show these survival bases in progress as they are built, because I think it's quite nice to see, you know, if you work in survival, things are, of course, a little bit slower than in some of my other videos and tutorials. But you can still do some really cool stuff, and especially now with the wisp. If you don't know, this is one of the skills that you can unlock now, which basically gives you creative flight in survival, and everything on your hotbar you can still place down. So I could just start building over here without, you know, needing to be on the top of a flyer and trying to break at the right spots, or, you know, having a tech suit or anything like that. It's a lot more friendly, and as you can see, looks quite silly because my character is still turning around as we do it. But yeah, great start to the base so far, and I can't wait to see what it grows into over time. So yeah, hopefully you like what we have been up to so far as well. Let me know if you have any suggestions of things that we might need to add, or if you of course want to see a tutorial for the pagoda over there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and feel free to leave suggestions for future builds down below. I'll see you in the next video or the next stream. For now, goodbye.